And well, as the US gears up for another presidential race in November this year, we take a look at the events that transpired during the last election, events that continue to challenge Donald Trump's current presidential bid. Here's a report on the Capitol Hill riots that transpired on a cold winter day in January 2021. Take a look.
3 years ago, Washington, D.C. witnessed a scale of riots it had never seen before. 2 months after Joe Biden secured a comfortable victory over the then US President Donald Trump, the US Congress was slated to certify Biden's presidential win on January 6, 2021. But the Democrats' victory did not go down well with Donald Trump. The Republican poster boy addressed a large rally of supporters, refusing to accept the verdict of America's voters.
Our country has had enough. We will not take it anymore, and that's what this is all about. And to use a favorite term that all of you people really came up with, we will stop the steal.
As Trump continued to speak against the presidential results, not far from his rally, thousands of his supporters began gathering at the Capitol Hill. Wielding flags and some even say weapons, members of a right-wing group called the Proud Boy movement also headed towards Capitol Hill. Soon enough, the series of events that unfolded left the world dumbfounded. Swathes of Trump supporters broke down security barricades on the steps of the Capitol building. They began breaking windows, forcing their way into the building's premises. A woman was shot and wounded in the chaos as protests spiraled into large-scale riots, with Trump supporters trying to physically stop Joe Biden's presidential certification process. At 6 p.m. in the evening, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser imposed a 12-hour-long citywide curfew. The National Guard was summoned to de-escalate the situation outside Capitol Hill. This as other police officials scrambled to evacuate Congress lawmakers from inside the government buildings. It wasn't until Trump issued a statement the next day admitting the end of his presidency that the crowds began retreating.
I know your pain. I know you're hurt. We had an election that was stolen from us. It was a landslide election, and everyone knows it, especially the other side. But you have to go home now. We have to have peace. We have to have law and order. We have to respect our great people in law and order. We don't want anybody hurt.
US President Joe Biden had then referred to Trump's rally and the riots that followed as an insurrection.
To storm the Capitol, to smash windows, to occupy offices, the floor of the United States Senate, rummaging through desks, on the Capitol, on the House of Representatives, threatening the safety of duly elected officials. It's not protest, it's insurrection.
The term insurrection and the incident has since become one of Trump's biggest legal roadblocks in his current presidential bid. In a case filed against Trump's presidential eligibility, the Colorado Supreme Court ruled to remove him from the state ballot for inciting an insurrection on January 6, 2021. While the verdict has now been appealed in the US Supreme Court, similar cases against Trump are still pending in 16 other states. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.